Hello and welcome to this very special interview. You're watching the Money Mile. Joining me today is one of India's most dynamic mutual fund leaders, Aashish Somaiyaa, who's the Managing Director and CEO at Motilal Oswal Mutual Fund. Thanks very much, Aashish, for joining me today. These are difficult times, so we are here on Zoom. My first question to you is that what would you tell investors who are seeing over a 30% fall in their portfolios right now?
I think these are challenging times from perspective of investors. And I must start by saying that a lot of the things which I will say is easy for me to say, but very difficult for investors to actually practice. And at the same time, I will not speak only from the lens of a asset management company guy, but also from perspective of a fellow investor or a co-investor. Because we have huge corpuses of our proprietary capital invested in the funds where our clients invest. So my sense is that every once in 5 to 10 years there is some kind of a financial crisis. So 2001-2 was a terror attack, 2008-9 was a mortgage crisis, and this time around it's a health pandemic. And I think that whatever the impetus or whatever the instigation may be, some of these crises very quickly, transform themselves into a financial crisis. And from investors' perspective, there are two ways to look at it. Every threat is always an opportunity. And I have seen in equity markets that whenever the rearview mirror looks extremely bad, from that point onwards, the windscreen starts looking bright and shiny. So from investors' perspective, I think that first is, you need to review your asset allocation, because automatically, quite inadvertently, the equity allocation would have dropped. So this is a time to move from debt into equity. Second is anybody who's actually sitting on the sidelines, they should invest in the next 3 to 4 months. But most importantly, like I said, this is easy for me to say, difficult for people to execute. But most importantly, I think the least that people should do is to not panic and not to act upon any of the existing corpuses. The reason is because I think this is something which is transient in nature. And unlike a lot of people, I genuinely believe that this is a 1 quarter problem. In that 1 quarter of problem, how bad market can get is difficult to forecast. But I'm quite confident that a year from now, we'll not be where we are.
Always a pleasure talking to you, Aashish Somaiyaa. Thank you very much for joining us here on the Money Mile, and wish you good luck, stay safe, and all the very best.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.